About 5 minutes left to practice, guys. About 5 minutes left to practice, and we'll get the track closed down here. Get ready for race number 1. If you haven't checked the heat sheets, they are posted online on trackside.liverc.com. Otherwise, they are posted on our large black magnetic Live RC board on your way into the shop. If you're more into the tangible, so in less than 5, I am going to need out to race number 1. Going to be Dan Homuth, Chris Farina, Pat Simpkins, Dusty Flunker, Bill Miller, Adrian Reese, David Shackleton, Corey Heft, and Renan Shackleton. You guys will be up to race number 1. My marshals are going to be my top 8 drivers in the Sweet Heat Series right now. That is Talon Dede, Skylar Mandela, Jamie Tennies, Larry Wright, Craig O'Brien, Tyler O'Brien, Jake Ward, and Danny D. You guys are going to be my marshals for race number 1. 4 minutes left of practice. About 1 minute of open practice left, guys. So race number 1, guys, start getting them ready. Race number 4, my marshals, start meandering your way out here. We have less than 1 minute. Then we'll close the track down, blow it off, and get going with race number 1. Sweet Heat, round 5. This is the finale. We are clinched going into the final race here. Top 5 drivers in the series. Any one of them could win it. Dede and Mandela deadlock, tied on points. Tenney's not far off. Larry Wright in the mix. Craig O'Brien needs a little bit of divine intervention to help him out, but he's still in there. All right, I need my marshals out here from race number 4. I've already got Larry, Talon, and Jake Ward. Need a couple more. Looking for JT, Skyler, the O'Briens, and Danny Detloff out to Marshall. Race number 1, guys. Rolling them around, checking them in here. One lap, guys, 1 lap. Check in from Hef. Just need a check in from Shaq. Straightaway. Go low on the straight. Don't park on the straightaway, Adrian. There is Shaq. All right, straightaway is now closed. This is race number 1, and the order is as follows. Dan Homemuth, Chris Farina, Pat Simpkins, Dusty Flunker, Bill Miller, David Shackleton, Corey Heft, Renan Shackleton, and Adrian Reese. All right. You can put him right at the end, Talon. He's going to start last. All right, guys. This is race number 1, 21.5, Spec Buggy. I'm going to call you guys by name. Homemuth, Farina, Simpkins, Flunker, Miller, David Shackleton, Corey Heft, Renan, and Adrian. All right, guys, nice and easy out there. We got a full field. We got 9 cars in this one. Be patient. Let the marshal grab you. Bank 5-9 zone. William Miller coming out with the strongest opening lap. Working down the straightaway here in that orange and yellow wheels. Lap 2 going to go to Simpkins. Heft up to the 2 spot. Miller, Farina, Shaq, Flunker, David, Homemuth, and Adrian. $110 and $350 to go. Early leader in this one. That all red, white wheels. Working the kids' table right now. That is Pat Simpkins. Just as I say that, Corey Heft lays down his best lap last time by. Takes over the top spot by 1/10 over Simpkins. Here comes Simpkins across the line to challenge. Heft going to hang on to that number 1 position. 3/10 the margin up front. Billy Miller still hanging out in that 3 spot. Farina, Flunker, that's top 5. Then we got the Shackletons, David and Renan, Homemuth and Reese. 3:20 to go. Heft out front now in that white, tealish, yellow straightaway. Go low on the straight. Go low, low, low on the straight. Still low, still low. Clear now. Our leader navigating the traffic there. That's Corey Heft. Avoiding disaster on the straightaway. Coming up on the back of Shaq. Leader on Shaq. Shaq jumps out of the way for Heft. Heft across the line, 18.6, 17 and a 5, 16 is his pace. Pat Simpkins only 0.8 off. He's on 16 and a 5 flat right now. 5.16 for Bill Miller. 15 lap run for Flunker. 14s for Farina, Shackleton, and Homemuth. Adrian on an 8. Halfway down, halfway to go. Heft another hot lap across the line, 18.2. Leader working in front of the driver's stand right now. Simpkins hanging on to that 2 spot. Simpkins in that all red. Bill Miller in the 3. In that flow orange and yellow working through the chicane. Then we got Flunker, Farina, David, Dan, Renan, and Adrian. $17 and a 5.15 to pace off a Heft right now. Looking to set that early race number 1 TQ. Working his way down the line here. Last time by 18.7. Heft going to back it up with a new hot lap of the race on lap number 9, 18.0. Simpkins throws down an 18.1. Bill Miller, 18.2. So 1:45 to go. Top 3 guys here starting to turn it up. Heft got a small margin, 3.9 seconds on Simpkins in that 2 spot. Watching in front of the driver's stand. Go high or low. Clear now. Heft with a 19.1 last time by. Simpkins closing that gap. Simpkins in that all red. Coming up on the purple and white. Second place on the purple and white in the sweeper here. Excellent driving there. Patience. Simpkins and Mr. Shackleton working together flawlessly out there. 1:10 to go. Heft still out front. Working a kids table now. Last time by 18.2. Watching us straight. Clear now. Heft 17 and a 5:15 pace. That's been holding all race here across the line. Oh my goodness, a nightmare lap for Corey Heft. 22.6. Drops his pace down to a 16 and a 5:02 now. Simpkins within striking distance. 45 seconds to go. The gap's 1.4. Flunker takes over that 3 spot. Farina, Miller, David, Dan, Rennan, and Adrian. 35 seconds to go. Second place car coming up on Flunker. Watch it coming onto straight. Second place car on you, Shaq. All red is second place. 20 seconds to go. Watch out, Tyler. Corey Heft with a recovery lap there. 17.9, clutching up in these critical moments. Time has expired. Keep going until I call your name. Everybody is still live. Work together at the end here. Leader on your Shackletons. Leader on Mr. Shackleton. Excellent, thank you. Simpkins, you are done. Dan Homemuth, you're done. Dusty Flunker is done. Corey Heft done. David Shackleton is done. Chris Farina, Rennan, you guys are done. Bill Miller done. Wait, now one more still racing. It is the white TLR ride working in front of the driver's stand right now of Adrian Reese. Adrian doing his fast lap last time by 37.3. Keep going, Adrian. Still racing. Ward. Wrong way, Adrian. Put him on the right side, Larry. Oh, little too much juice. Put him on the straightaway, Gavin. Go, Adrian, go. Gavin gonna help him out. Adrian is done his best lap on the last lap there. So Corey Heft gonna take that one. 16 and a 5:01, setting a TQ early on in this one. 5:03 for Simpkins. 15 lap run for Flunker. 5:06, 5:12 for Miller. 5:16 for Farina. 14s for Shackleton and Homemuth. Rennan, 13. Adrian with an 8. Adrian, that was your best run on the layout. Welcome to the 8-lap club. Adrian besting his best run by 1 lap there. Nice job, Adrian. Nice. All right, marshals, go ahead and spread out here. Marshals, spread them out. You guys can go ahead, roll them around, check them in. Nice and easy 1 lap. All right, everybody is checked in here. The order in this one is going to be Dan Nickel going to lead us out. Bill Collins, Lucas Lenhart, Ian Lenhart. Shout out Benjamin Kastemeyer if you're watching online. We miss you. Elliot Castillo going to go out 5. Mashinsky, Garay, Kern, and Kranz. All right, guys. We're going to go when I call your name. Dan Nickel. Bill Collins, Lucas Lenhart, Ian Lenhart, Elliott, Travis Mashinsky, Jose Garay, Chris Kern, and Micah Kranz. Go high in a sweeper. Clear now. Race number 2 on the track right now. 21.5 Spec Buggy. Work together. Patience, Jose. Watch it going into the chicane and in the chicane. Homemuth dropping his phone in the danger zone over there. Dropped it right in the chicane. Lenhart, that's Lucas Lenhart coming out on top. 2 laps in the books here. Collins in the 2. Elliott Castillo in the 3. Nickel, Kern, Garay, Lenhart, Mashinsky, and Kranz. Lucas in that all white Macintosh mobile. Him and Collins trading paint in the air. Both of them remain unscathed. That is 1 and 2. How you see him working on the straightaway now. Lenhart in the white. Collins in that crispy copper. 1:30 in, 3:30 to go. Dan Nickel in the 3 spot. Nickel doing his best lap last time by. 19 flat. Watch it in front of the driver's stand. Go wide in front of the stand. Clear now. Collins P2 on his lid here. Sweeper, go low, low, low. Not that low. Clear now. Both our leaders making small bobbles. So now it's Lucas, Dan, Collins. Well, all these guys shuffling around. So Lucas out front, 16 and a 5:10. Dan Nickel in that 2 spot, 15 and a 5:08 for 5:07 for him. 08 for Garay, 15 and a 5:10 for Mashinsky, 11 for Kern. All these guys jumping around. 2:45 to go. Now it's Lenhart, Collins, Garay, Mashinsky, Nickel, Castillo, Ian, Kern, and Kranz. Lucas, the only guy in a 16-lap pace right now. Go low in the sweeper. Clear now. Lucas cross the line, 19-0. He's in that all-white. A little bit of rainbow in there. Macintosh mobile working in front of the stand. Directly in front of Jose Garay is your leader. Directly behind Chris Kern is the leader. It's the leader in front of you, Jose. 2:20 to go. Lenhart, couple micro bobbles there. 21.9 across the line, going to hang on to the top spot. 16 and a 5:17 is the pace. Bill Collins still in that 2 spot. 15 and a 5:07 for him. 08 for Mashinsky. Now it's Mashinsky, Collins. We got Nickel in the 4. Kern, Garay, Castillo, Lenhart, and Kranz. 1:55 to go. Leader working down the line. Lucas Carr sounding a little sassy out there, watching a straightaway. Clear now. Leader getting caught up. 1:40 to go. Now it's Bill Collins to the point. 1/10 of separation up front between Collins and Lenhart. Dan Nickel only 1.2 off of those guys. Lucas dropping from the 2 to the 4 now. So now it's a new game. Collins, Mashinsky, Nickel, Lenhart, Garay, Kern, Lenhart, Castillo, and Kranz. 1:10 to go. Collins, 15 and a 5:04. 15 and a 5:06 for Mashinsky. 1 second separation up front. Dan Nickel only 1.3 off that lead battle. Now Mashinsky jumping in the top spot here. 18.4 to Bill Collins, 19.4. 0.8 the separation up front. Mashinsky going for a quick rollover. Our leader is that gray, white, and flow yellow working down the straightaway behind Lucas Lenhart. Leader is on Lucas Lenhart. 40 seconds to go. Race number 2 on the track right now. 25 seconds remaining. Mashinsky out front, 15 and a 5:02. He's got a 5-second lead now on Dan Nickel in that 2 spot. 15 and a 5:08 for him. 09 for Lenhart. 09 for Collins. Kern on 15 and a 5:16. Jose 15 and a 5:16. Hot laps last time by for Nickel and Kern. 19 flats for both of them. Keep going, keep going, keep going until I call your name. Nobody is done. Watching the chicane. Work together. Lucas going to limp her home. Dan Nickel, you are done. Lucas Lenhart, you are done. Bill Collins done. Micah Kranz, Ian Lenhart. And everybody is done. Marshals on your blowers, please. Mashinsky going to take that one. 15.505. 06 for Nickel. 06 for Lenhart. Those two separated by 0.3. 15 and a 5.11 for Kern. 5.12 for Garay. 5.13 for Collins. 14s for the rest of the field. All right. Race number 3. Roll them around, check them in. One lap, one lap. All right, everybody is checked in. Straightaway is closed. The order in this one is going to be Todd Pfeiffer, Gavin Miller, Dalton Castillo, Jeremy Anstead, Brian Letarte, Justin Broughton, Michelle Letarte, Andrew Schultz, and Mike Chesney. Who is that all white? It's Gavin? Okay. Pfeiffer, you're going out first. Todd Pfeiffer, you're number 1. All right, guys, this is race number 3, 21.5 Spec Buggy. Marshals, look alive. Drivers, I'm going to call you by name. Todd Pfeiffer, Gavin, Dalton, Jeremy, Brian, Justin Broughton, Michelle Letarte, Andrew Schultz, Mike Chesney. Nice and easy, settle in. Race number 3 on the track right now. Race number 4, the top 8 is up next. Oh, man, the closer we move up this order, the tighter these grids are getting. Separation between the top 3 right now, less than a second. That's Miller, Castillo, Pfeiffer early on. 1 minute and 4 minutes to go. Watching a straight. Clear now. Castillo on his lid. From P2 to P8. There is no margin for error here in the Sweet Heat Series. 3:45 to go. Gavin out front in that all white, working in front of Mike Chesney on track. In front of the driver's stand right now, double and single. Tidy lines there for Miller. 18-1 last time by 17 and a 5:05 is his pace. 1:30 and 3:30 to go. Gavin, 17 and a 5:04.1. Todd Pfeiffer in that 2 spot, 0.7. So those two separated by a few tenths right now. Letarte in the 3, 17 and a 5:13 for him. 5:16 for Schultz, 5:18 for Michelle. 16s for the rest of the field. That's Anstead, Castillo, Chesney, Letarte, and Broughton. 3 minutes left to go. Gavin, a quick tumble there. That was our leader. He only had 6/100ths of a margin to work with here. Todd Pfeiffer in that 2 spot, likely to move up to the 1. 2:50 to go. Pfeiffer to the top, 17.6 on lap 7, his best lap. Watching in front of the driver's stand. Watch going out of chicane. Clear now. Halfway down, halfway to go. Pfeiffer out front. He's got a 4-second lead now on Gavin Miller in that 2 spot. Jeremy Anstead up to the 3. Castillo, Michelle, Andrew, Mike, Justin, and Brian with 2:15 to go. 17 and a 5:06 to pace off of Pfeiffer. 18-3 across the line. Miller with a 17 and a 5:13. 5:15 for Anstead. 5:15 for Castillo. 5:16 for Letarte. So Castillo, Michelle, and Jeremy Anstead all separated by less than 1 second right now with 1:55 to go. Pfeiffer out front, 3.7. Now it's 2.8 the margin. Gavin Miller, 17.5 across the line. Hot lap at a race. Last time by for Miller, 1:45 to go. Second place on Broughton. Good drive in there. Castillo with a 17.8, his best lap. 1:35 to go. Gavin, another 17.5. Stout laps working here for Miller. Miller trying to reel in Pfeiffer. It's 2.5 the gap. 1:25 on the clock. Pfeiffer working a carousel corner right now. That off white and red in front of the driver's stand. 18-1 across the line. 2.1 the gap now between Pfeiffer and Miller. It's closing up. 1:05 to go. Top 2 cars, about a 5-second lead on the third place car. Dalton Castillo watching the chicane. Clear now. Good marshal in there from Jose Garay. 55 seconds to go. It's another hot lap from Gavin Miller. 17-3 now. 1.5 the gap. 50 seconds to go. Miller on a hard charge here in that all white, working on the straightaway. Down the line, little flick of the wheels for the fans. Last time by 17-3, going to back it up 17-6 to Pfeiffer, 17-9. It's 1.2 the separation. 35 seconds to go. Castillo hanging on to the 3 spot. He's got about a couple tenths on Letarte, Anstead. Then we got Brian, Andrew, Mike, and Justin. Miller takes another half a second off of Pfeiffer. It's down to 7/10 now. 17 seconds on the clock. Second place car coming up on the all blue. Keep going, keep going. Patience is a factor here. Excellent driving. Watch it after kids' table. Leaders on you, Chesney. Leaders on you, Chesney. Thank you. Keep going, keep going. Everybody is still live. Going to come down to the last lap here. Pfeiffer across the line with an 18-0. Pfeiffer and Miller are done. Brian Letarte is done. Dalton Castillo, Justin Broughton, Andrew Schultz, Jeremy Anstead, all done. Waiting on Michelle and waiting on Chesney. And that's it, all in, all done. Todd Pfeiffer going to hang on. 17 and a 5:06.0 to Gavin Miller's 0.6. 17 and a 5:16.0 for Castillo. 0.5 for Anstead. 17 and a 5:19 for Michelle. 16s for the rest of the field. Hold the cars, please. Hold the cars. Blowers are going. Hold the cars. We have rules. All you long-haired kids like to break the rules. Get a job, you hippie. Get the marshals from the last race spread out, guys. Marshals, go ahead and spread them out. Oh, someone did not blow the track off. I have a sneaking suspicion I know who that marshal was that didn't blow the track off. Bill Collins putting the finishing touches on the track here for the final heat of this round. These are the top 8 drivers in the Sweet Heat Series right now. You guys can roll them around and check them in. Shout out Todd Filter if you're watching online. We wish you were here. Getting in on all this sweet, sweaty heat action. One lap. Everyone has checked in. The straightaway is now closed. The order in this one, leading us out, your points leader right now, Talon Dede. Tied for the points lead, going to go out second, is going to be Skylar Mandela. Then we got Jamie Tenney's, Larry Wright, Craig O'Brien, Tyler O'Brien, Jake Ward, and Danny Detloff. All right, guys. Listen for your name. Marshals, look alive. Talon. Skylar. JT. Larry. Craig. Tyler. Jake Ward. Danny D. And here we go. Race number 4. Top 8 drivers in the series right now. Current TQ, Todd Pfeiffer, 17 and a 5.06. Everything is going to matter today. TQ point is critical. Zero pressure. Let these guys cycle around for a couple here. Work together. All right, we are 55 seconds in. It's Talon Dede, your points leader. He's out front. 18 and a 5.12 the early pace. 5.14 for O'Brien and Detloff and Larry. So Tyler O'Brien, Danny D, Larry Wright separated by mere tenths. Tyler O'Brien jumping to that top spot last time by what a 17-1 hot lap of the race on lap 3. 18 and a 5.12 is his pace. 5.13 for Talon Dede, just 1/10 off. 4 tenths back is Larry Wright. Then Detloff, Tenney's, Ward, Craig O'Brien, and Skylar Mandela. Top 6 drivers on 18-lap runs right now. T.O.B., Talon Dede, L.W., Larry Wright, Jake Ward, and Jamie Tenney. O'Brien got a margin of 3/10 out front. T.O.B. working his way through the sweeper right now. That white and pink X-ray ride on the back of Craig O'Brien in front of the driver's stand. Talon Dede in that 2 spot. Working a carousel corner now. Larry Wright in the 3, working on the straightaway. O'Brien on his lid. He only had 7/10 the margin to work with here. That might change the order. We're going to check it across the line. Last time by 17 flat. O'Brien with a 20.3 from the 1 to the 7. So that puts Talon Dede up to the front here with 2:45 to go. 18 and a 5.13 to pace. Only 1 second behind him is Danny Detloff in that 2 spot. Craig O'Brien, Larry Wright, Jake Ward, Tenney's, T.O.B., and Skylar Mandela. Right now we got Talon Dede 18 and a 5.13. Craig 18 and a 5.16. 0.4. Detloff 0.6. Wright 0.9. Jake Ward 18 and a 5.17. 2:20 to go. Now it's Dede, Wright, and Detloff. Talon got a 1.6 second lead right now with 2:15 to go. Watching in front of the driver's stand. Detloff on his lid. Dede working the chicane. He's in that blue and yellow, white wheels. Larry Wright just throws down his best lap last time by. It's a 17-1. Jake Ward throws down 17-2. 17-1 from Mandela. Detloff from the 3 to the 8. 1:55 to go. 1.2 the gap up front. Dede and Wright. Jake Ward currently residing in that 3 spot. He's only 4/10 off of Larry Wright in the 2. Tenney's only 2/10 off of Ward. O'Brien 3/10. Tyler O'Brien another 9/100. Mandela a couple tenths off. 1:30 to go. Dede across the line. 17-3. Where is Larry? Larry working down the straightaway. 17-3 as well. 400 faster. 1:15 to go. It's 1.3 up front. Dede on his lid. And that's enough. Larry Wright going to take over the top spot, 18 and a 5:15. Jake Ward in that 2 spot, throwing down his best lap last time by 17-1. He's only 1.1 off of Larry Wright with 55 seconds to go. Didi shuffling down to the 3. T.O.B., Tennies, Mandela, Craig, and Danny. Last time by Didi taking over that 2 spot once again. 45 seconds to go. Larry Wright with a 17.6 in 21.5 world. That is slow. Last time by Didi with a 17.2. It's 8 tenths the gap up front now. 9 tenths separate the top 4 cars. Larry Wright, Talon Didi, Jake Ward, and Tyler O'Brien. Last laps will be critical. 20 seconds to go. Wright working in that chicane right now in front of JT on track. Tenny's just trying to set pace. 10 seconds to go in this one. Last time by 17.4 for Didi, 17.5 for Wright. Didi takes another tenth off on 5 seconds to go. 3 tenths to gap. Ward not out of this one. Neither is T.O.B. or Mandela. Oh, watch going to the chicane. Wright gonna park it. That's our leader. Keep going like you're gonna get some more. Nobody is done. Keep going. Jamie Tennies, you are done. Racing in front of you. Only one done. Craig O'Brien is done. That is Craig O'Brien. Everybody else is still going. Didi is done. Mandela done. Detloff done. Larry Wright done. T.O.B. just waiting on Ward. And that's it, all in, all done. Talon Didi going to take that one. 18 and a 5:15. 0.5 to Tyler O'Brien's 0.8. Mandela jumping up that 3 spot. 18 and a 5:16. 5:18 for Ward. 0.32 to Larry Wright's 0.33. 17s for the rest of the field. Wow. Didi going to set that round 1 TQ. Like I said, that TQ point is going to be absolutely critical to the conclusion of this series. That concludes round 1. I will do a resort. We will take a small break, and then we will get going for round number 2, Sweet Heat finale here at Trackside Hobbies. New heat sheets are coming off the printer right now. There was a resort. Check the heat sheets. There was a resort. We'll take a little break here, give you guys some time to make any setup changes, charge up, all that good stuff. I will have the timer on the screen. If you need more time, please let me know. We're going to do... Heats are posted, guys. Heats are posted. There was a resort. Please make sure you check it. About 3 minutes left to practice here, guys. Race number 1, start thinking about it. Race number 4, you guys are up to Marshall in 3 minutes. So in race number 1, I'm going to have Bill Collins, Chris Farina, Micah Kranz, David Shackleton, Dan Homuth, Ian Lenhart, Elliot Castillo, Shaq, and Adrian Reese. Marshals for race number 1 going to be Talon Dede, Tyler O'Brien, Skylar Mandela, Jake Ward, Larry Wright, Craig O'Brien, Jamie Tennys, and Danny D. All right. Let's get this round number 2 a rockin' and a rollin' here. Race number 1, Bill Collins, Chris Farina, Micah Kranz, David Shackleton, Dan Homuth, Ian Lenhart, Elliot Castillo, Renan Shackleton, and Adrian Reese. You guys are up. My marshals are my top 8 drivers, tentatively. Talon Dede, Tyler O'Brien, Skylar Mandela, Jake Ward, Larry Wright, Craig O'Brien, Jamie Tennys, and Danny Detloff. Let's get that track blown off. I will get this gaudy timer off the screen. Round number 2 about to be off and rolling here. Shout out to all those guys watching online. Todd Filter. Hope you're tuning in. Colin Krivitz. Charlie Shawanka online. Watching the 21.5 Spec Series right now. We got a little shout out at the Roar Carpet Nationals in regards to this series from Charlie. So if you're still watching, I appreciate that. This is my favorite series that we run at this track. So marshals are spread out. It's equally as fun. But man, that slash enduro, oh, that's a good one. Well, we don't win every year. Shout out Tyler Witt if you're watching online. Thanks for wrecking our truck when we were winning in the enduro last year. Appreciate that. All right, race number 1. Let's go ahead, roll them around, check them in. Let's acclimate those transponders. I'm missing a marshal here. I need Jamie Tennies out to marshal, please and thank you. His back hurts. All right, I buy that. Thanks, Gavin. Why don't you help Danny D over there? Or no? Should I put him in a... Yeah, go help Danny D, Gavin. Right by Danny D, and Talon's fast. He'll run all the way to the corner if something happens. All right, you just park it right there, Adrian. Are they allowed to what? Sure. If one of them comes off, we'll change the rules, but sure. Put a little pep in your step. The order in this one is going to be Bill Collins, Chris Farina, Micah Kranz, David Shackleton, Dan Homuth, Ian Lenhart, Elliot Castillo, Renan Shackleton, and Adrian Reese. All right, drivers, there are 9 of you. Listen for your name. I'm going to call you quickly. Marshals, look alive. This is race number 1 on your name. Bill Collins, Chris Farina, Micah Kranz, David Shackleton, Dan Homuth, Ian Lenhart, Elliot Castillo, Renan Shackleton, and Adrian Reese. Remember, guys, go when I call your name, not before. Straight away, straight away. Clear now. Not the most optimal start, but we are rolling along all the same. Race number 1 on the track right now. Watching that chicane. Clear now. Put him on this side, Larry, this side. This, yeah, over there. Sorry, my bad. My bad. Bad call, bad call, bad call. 1 minute and 4 long minutes to go. Bill Collins out front. 16 and a 5, 17. Ian Lenhart in that 2 spot. And it's Farina, Kranz, David, Renan, Dan, Elliot, and Adrian. 3:40 to go. Collins leading us out, working down the straightaway now. All these guys grouping up, working in front of the stand. Lots of patience. 3:30 left to go in this one. Collins in that all copper yellow wheels. Collins working down the line here. 21 flat. That time by 15 and a 5:01 is his pace. Farina in that 2 spot, 15 and a 5:13 for him, 5:19 for Lenhart, 14 and a 5:03 for David Shackleton. Micah Kranz, 14 and a 5:13, 5:20 for Renan, 13 lap run for Homuth. Elliott appearing to have a little bit of scoring-related issue. Halfway down, halfway to go. Leader across the line, 19-8 that time by 15 and a 5:01. Bill Collins have a 7-second lead watching a chicane. Excellent marshalling there. by the defending Sweet Heat champion. Attempted defense. 2:10 to go. Collins hanging out front. He's in that copper with the yellow wheels. Working through the chicane is our leader. Oh, man, little kiss there from Mr. Lenhart. 1:55 to go. Collins hanging on to that top spot. David Shackleton up to the 2 spot now. 15 and a 5:05 for Collins. 5:19 for David Shackleton. Chris Farina in the 3. 14 and a 5:03 for him. 07 for Lenhart. 08 for Kranz. 13-lap run for Holmuth and Shackleton. 6-lap runs for Adrian and Elliott. Elliott got to check that transponder. 1:25 to go. Closest battle on the track right now, Farina, Ian, and Micah Kranz. Those 3 separated by about 2 seconds right now. Watching him straightaway go low, low, low on the straight, go low on the straight. Clear now. Watching a sweeper, car coming up to speed. Clear now. Watch out, Craig. 50 seconds to go. Collins out front. 15 and a 5:04. Working his way up the hill right now into that double and single. David Shackleton in that 2 spot. Shackleton working down the straightaway now in the white and purple. Good looking car there across the line. 20.6. Chris Farina in that 3 spot. 20.3. Hot lap. Oh, scratch at Kranz moving up to the 3 spot now. 20.3 for Kranz. Moves him up a couple positions there. Ian Lenhart in the 4. Farina, Holmuth, Rennan, Elliott, and Adrian. 15 seconds to go. Watching a straightaway. Straightaway, go low. Oh my goodness, that sounded rough. Straightaway, watch it everywhere. Go slow on the straightaway. It is clear now. Golly. There you go. Consider it your only prize of the evening. Watching a carousel. Carousel. Everybody is still live. Wait till I call your name. Micah Kranz, you are the first one done. Chris Farina done. Bill Collins done. Ian Lenhart is done. Elliot Castillo, Dan Holmuth, you guys are done. David Shackleton done. Chris Farina done. Rennan Shackleton done. Waiting on one more. He's working through the chicane. Still racing there, Talon. You just keep an eye on him. Marshals on your blowers, please. Once Mr. Reese crosses the line. The last car working down the straightaway now. And that's a race. Bill Collins going to take that one. 15 and a 5:11. 14 and a 5:03.5 for Lenhart. 0.7 for Kranz. Chris Farina, 14 and a 5:08. 5:13 for Shackleton. 5:13 for Holmuth. Those 2 separated by 0.3. Then it's Rennan, Elliott, and Adrian. Race number 2 making their way up to the stand right now. Hold the cars until the blowers are done, please. Go ahead and spread out, marshals. Shack there and Mr. Shackleton over by the motive banner, please and thank you. All right, you guys go ahead, roll them around, check them in. Don't run over Mr. Shackleton. One lap of warm-up here. Race number 2, checking them in. Nice and easy. Straightaway is now closed. Everybody is checked in. The order in this one going to be Justin Broughton, Mike Chesney, Travis Mashinsky, Dan Nickel, Dusty Flunker, Lucas Lenhart, Chris Kern, Jose Garay, and Bill Miller. Yeah, you can. I'll let you fly it later. All right, guys, this is race number 2. Marshals Look Alive. Drivers, listen for your name. Justin, Mike, Travis, Dan Nickel, Dusty Flunker, Lucas Lenhart, Chris Kern, Jose Garay, and William Miller. Race number 2 on the track right now, circulating around for lap number 1. Watch it after that kids' table. Clear now. Mashinsky coming out victorious on the first 2 laps here. The margin is slim. Him and Jose Garay deadlocked. Now it's Mashinsky, Miller, Chesney, Garay. All these guys shuffling around 1 minute in. Everybody very, very close. Mashinsky out front, 18-1 last time by on lap number 3. Mashinsky currently working behind Chesney on track. 1 and 2 reverse order how you see him. Oh, man, Chesney trying to go just a bit wide for Mashinsky. Goes out in the fluff just a little bit there. So long lap from Chesney, going to shuffle this order around once again. 1:30 in, 3:30 to go. Mashinsky out front, 17 and a 5:15. He's working behind Chris Kern on track. Excellent driving there from Kern. Kern currently in that number 2 spot. So Chris just got to set his tow hitch onto Mashinsky. These guys going around the track 1 and 2. Oh, Kern with a rough lap there. Going to drop him from the 2 to the 9. Dusty Flunker taking over that 2 spot now. So Travis out front. He's got a 2.4 second lead on the new second place driver of Jose Garay. Jose with an 18 flat across the line. Flunker dropping down to the 3. Broughton, Nickel, Lenhart, Miller, Chesney, and Kern. So right now, Jose Garay in the 2, 16 and a 5:05, 09 for Flunker, 16 and a 5:10 for Broughton and Lenhart, 5:11 for Nickel, 5:13 for Chesney. Bill Miller throwing his hat in the ring here. Miller moving up a couple spots. Jose Garay, our second place driver, on his lid for just a bit. He had a 1.5 second gap over Dusty Flunker in that 3 spot. Now it's down to 0.2. Mashinsky hanging on to the top spot. Margin growing as the race goes on. It's 5 seconds now. 18-1 last time by for Mashinsky. Watching in front of the driver's stand. Go wide. Go high in front of the stand. Excellent marshalling there from Adrian Reese. Jose Garay throws down his best lap on lap number 8. It's hot lap of the race, 18-0. He's within 4.5 seconds of Mashinsky now. Mashinsky just got to keep his head on straight for another 1 minute and 55 seconds. 17 and a 5:15 is his pace. Mashinsky across the line, 18-0 of his own. Hanging on to that top position. 4.4 the gap over the second place car of Jose Garay. Garay got 2 seconds on Broughton in the 3. Then we got Chesney, Lenhart. Those guys aren't far off. Nickel, Flunker, Miller, Kern. Flunker plummeting down the order that last lap. 22-3. Justin Broughton with a new hot lap of the race. Watch it in front of me. Clear now. 17-9 from Broughton with 1:15 to go. Justin with him 1.8 of Jose Garay in that 2 spot. Mashinsky 18-5 across the line. Maintains the lead. Maintains that 5-second gap he's had for most of the race. 4 minutes down, 1 minute to go. Little quick roll over there from Broughton. He was within 9/10 of Garay. Going to be longer now. Garay across the line with an 18-6. Here comes Broughton in that good-looking red and yellow car. Shout out Scotty Ernst. Broughton with a 19-7. Hangs on to the 3 spot. Chesney in the 4. Lenhart, Miller, Nickel, Flunker and Kern. 40 seconds to go. .25 seconds to go in this one. Mashinsky hanging on. Working his way on a straightaway now. He's in that flow yellow, black. A little bit of grayish white in there, yellow wheels. Directly in front of Chris Kern on track. Behind Dan Nickel. Leader will be on Dan Nickel. Work together. Time about to expire here. Good patience there. Excellent driving there. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Everybody is still live. Everybody is still live. Justin Broughton, you are done racing around you. Everybody else still going. Mike Chesney, you are done. Keep going, Jose. Keep going. Keep going. Justin Broughton and Mike Chesney are the only ones done. Lenhart and Mashinsky sharing a laugh up there on the stand. Those two are both done. Just waiting on one more. And it is Jose Pepe Garay. And that's it, all in, all done. Mashinsky going to take that one. 17 and a 5:15. Jose Garay sneaking onto that 17-lap run the last time by. Justin Broughton, 16 and a 5:03. 06 from Chesney. 09 from Miller. 16 and a 5:10 from Lenhart. Then it's Flunker, Nickel, and Kern. Hold the cars, please. Hold the cars. Let's get that track blown off. All right, let's go ahead. Roll them around. Check them in. Race number 3. This is the B sort this evening. Sweet Heat, round number 5. It's the finale. One lap, one lap, one lap. All right, everybody is checked in. The order in this one. Todd Pfeiffer going to lead us out. Gavin Miller, Dalton Castillo, Jeremy Anstead, Michelle Letarte, Corey Heft, Pat Simpkins, Brian Letarte, and Andrew Schultz. Andrew Gregory messed up my pit, Schultz. I put that thing in disarray. All right, we should have the appropriate amount of marshals. Marshals are getting ready over there. Let's go. Travis is ready to marshal. All right, guys. This is race number 3. Last chance qualifier. Listen for your name. Pfeiffer. Miller. Castillo. Anstead. Michelle. Corey Heft. Simpkins. Brian Letarte. And Andrew Schultz. All right, this is it here. Race number 3. It's the second round, last chance to squeak your way into that coveted top 8. I call it the big show. It's the big show. Watch it in front of the stand. Watch it in front of the stand. Go wide in the big jump. Clear now. Car coming up to speed. Good patience there. Excellent driving. All right, we are 55 seconds into this one, and it is none other than Gavin Miller on the point right now. 17 and a 5:04, 17.6 last time by across the line. Pfeiffer in that 2 spot, about 7/10 off of Miller. Then it's Anstead, Simpkins, Heft, Castillo, Letarte, and Schultz. That's Michelle, Brian, and Andrew. 3:45 to go. Gavin working up the hill right now. He's in the pink and white. Working behind Pfeiffer on track. 17.6 last time by for Gavin. 17.7 for Pfeiffer. So matching hot laps for our top two. 8/10 the separation. 3.5 minutes to go in this one. Anstead in that 3 spot. He's about 1.6 off the lead battle. Simpkins another 800ths. Corey Heff 1500ths. Then we got Letarte, Castillo, Brian Letarte, and Andrew Schultz with 3:15 to go. Pfeiffer backs it up with another hot lap. 7/10 the margin up front now. Work together. Excellent drive in there from Simpkins and Letarte. 2 down, 3 to go. 2 down, 3 to go. Leader is that pink, white, and blue, currently in the chicane. Second place car is Todd Pfeiffer in the white and red. Pfeiffer working across the line now. Pfeiffer with a 17.4. Gavin Miller 17.4. So matching hot laps for the top two. Gavin on a 17 and a 5:01 pace. Pfeiffer 03. 2:40 to go. Gavin currently on a pace to squeak him into that top 8 right now. Top two drivers separated by 1.1. They got 4 seconds on the third place car at Corey Heft. Then it's Anstead, Simpkins, Castillo, Michelle, Brian, and Andrew. Separation between Heft, Anstead, Castillo, Simpkins is about 2 seconds. 2:15 to go in this one. Gavin takes another 10th in his favor. 17 and a 5:01 the pace, coming up on some traffic now. Just a bit. First and second place cars coming up on Michelle Letarte. 3 down, 2 to go. 3 down, 2 to go. Watch it exiting chicane. Chicane exit. Clear now. These guys working together. Excellent driving there. Good sportsmanship from Pfeiffer. Lots of patience. Gavin coming up. 1:45 to go here. Oh, man, Gavin getting spun around just a bit. He had 1.6 on Pfeiffer. Now it's down to 6/10. Gavin 2/10 out of the A main right now. 1:30 to go. Currently in the 9th qualifying position where it stands. Oh, man, him and Pfeiffer get together just a bit. 17 and a 5:03.3 is the pace from Gavin. Danny Detloff currently in that 8th position overall with a 17 and a 5:03.1. So 2/10 separate Gavin from the A main right now. 1:05 to go. Miller, Pfeiffer, Heft, Anstead, Castillo, all 17 lap runs. Michelle, Brian, Simpkins, and Schultz on 16. 50 seconds to go. Patience is a factor. Excellent. $17.5 last time by for young Gavin Miller. A stout lap there. Leader will be up on Jeremy Anstead if and when. The leader will be on Jeremy Anstead next. Excellent. 20 seconds to go. Leader on Corey Heft next. Gavin with hot lap of the race. Last time by 17.1. Him and Heft mixing it up. 17.6 across the line for Miller. 5 seconds to go. Keep going like you're going to get another one. Keep going. Everybody is still live. Keep it clean to the end. Gavin Miller, you are done. Racing in front and behind you. Todd Pfeiffer done. Racing in front of you and behind you. Everybody else keep going except for Gavin and Todd Pfeiffer. Please pull offline, Gavin. Dalton Castillo, you are done. Brian Letarte done. Simpkins done. Michelle is done. Just waiting on one more, waiting on Andrew Schultz, and that's it. All in, all done. Gavin Miller, 17 and a 5:01. Good enough to put him 8th overall right now. Todd Pfeiffer, 17 and a 5:04. 5:12 for Castillo. 5:13 for Heft. Michelle with a 17. Anstead 17. 16s for the rest of the field. All right, I need everybody from that last race out to Marshall. Marshall spread out, Marshall spread out. Simpkins, I'll take you on the far side by the motive banner. And all right, guys, race number 4. This is the top 8 drivers right now. Roll them around, check them in at your leisure. 1 lap only. All right, I have just received a Racer's Minute call from Larry Wright IV. He has 1 Racer's Minute starting now. It's been started. The timer is going. Larry Wright IV has 53 seconds. There he is, your defending Sweet Heat champion. Checking it in, making his way to the track here. This is our final round of qualifying in the Sweet Heat Series, final qualifying race of the evening. This is for all the marbles here. TQ is going to be a factor. The order is as follows. Your current TQ, Talon Dede, Tyler O'Brien, Skylar Mandela, Jake Ward, Larry Wright IV, Craig O'Brien, Jamie Tenney's, and Danny Detloff. Detloff currently on the outside looking in right now. Gavin Miller sneaking into that final A-main position. Detloff got 5 more minutes to change the story on that. All right, guys, listen for your name. Talon. Tyler. Skylar. Jake Ward. Larry. Craig, JT, Danny D. All right, this is it. 5 minutes. These are our top 8 drivers right now. Skylar Mandela comes out swinging. 17-4, Tenney 17-5. 17-5 from O'Brien. O'Brien going to back it up with a 17-3 as well as Mandela. So Mandela, O'Brien, Tenney's. Larry Wright, lap 2, 16-9. Jumps to the top of the board. Tenney's in that 2 spot. Larry Wright and Tenney separated by 200ths early on. 1 minute and 4 long minutes to go. Wright, Tenney's, Mandela, T.O.B., Dede, Detloff, Craig, and Jake Ward with 3:50 to go. Larry, your early leader in this one in that white and red X-ray ride, working directly behind Ward on track. T.O.B. in a 2 spot in that pink and white, also an X-ray ride, working in front of the driver's stand. Tenney's in that orange, yellow, and white. You guessed it, X-ray ride, working in that carousel corner now. Then we got Mandela, Dede, Ward, O'Brien, and Detloff. 3:25 to go. Someone makes a critical error. It's Tyler O'Brien. T.O.B. with a rough lap, going to back it up with another rough one. That could theoretically take him out of this entire race. 3:15 to go. Skylar Mandela throws down a 17-0. Tyler O'Brien had a hot lap of the race. 16-8. Backs it up with an 18-2 and backs that up with a 21-0. O'Brien to the 8th position. 2 down, 3 to go. It's Skylar Mandela out front now. 18 and a 5:11. He's got 2/10 on Tenney's. And another 3/10 on Dede up to that 3 spot now. Detloff in the 4. Larry Wright, Craig, Ward, and O'Brien. 2:45 to go. Your leaders in that purple, green, and white working over the kids' table now. Mandela in that Team Associated B7 ride over the tabletop onto the straightaway. Last time by 17-4. Mandela going to back it up with a 17-4. We are on a TQ run right now. Didi in that 2 spot. Your points leaders are 1 and 2 right now. TQ is going to be critical. Both these guys tied for points. That TQ point will be the determining factor. Didi comes across the line with a 17-1. Mandela throws down 17-4. It's 2/10 up front now. 2:10 to go. Detloff in that 3 spot, 1.7 off the lead battle. Now Ward up to the 3. Detloff down to the 4. Tennies, O'Brien, right? And O'Brien. Mandela 17-0 across the line. His best lap, 18 and a 5:11 is his pace. 5:12 for Didi, 5:15 for Ward, 5:16 for Tennies and Detloff. O'Brien on a 5:16, 1:45 to go. Mandela does another 17-4 last time by a model of consistency here. It's a half a second up front, 1:35 to go. Mandela and Didi, the 2 young guns, getting it done here. Ward in that 3 spot. Ward putting in the time, was here on Thursday, dialing that thing in. Effort is proving to have some results here. Jake Ward currently in the 3rd position with 1:20 to go. Oh man, Didi a quick roll over there. He was 4/10 behind Mandela. Mandela breathing a little sigh of relief. 1:10 to go. Didi across the line with a 19-0. Skylar Mandela now has a 2-second lead. Ward within striking distance, only 7/10 off of Didi now with 1 minute to go. Craig O'Brien up to the 4, Tennies to the 5, Detloff, T.O.B., and Larry Wright the 4th. 50 seconds to go. 2.5 seconds gap up front, Mandela and Didi. Ward only 6/10 off of Didi right now. Scratch at Craig O'Brien up to the 3 spot. He's only 6/10 off. Ward another 0.05. Tennies 4/10. T.O.B. a 10th off of that, and Detloff 7/10 within it. Watching it from the driver's stand. It's Skylar Mandela on his lid. Marshall trying to grab him. T.O.B. comes through. Mandela with the double stuff. We call it the Weisenberger around here. Mandela falling apart like a dry biscuit. 15 seconds to go in this one. That is going to shake it up. 5 seconds to go. Didi out front. KOB into 2. Didi got to keep all 4 corners on the track. He's got 1 more lap to do it. Craig O'Brien 9/10 off right now. Everybody keep going like you're going to get some more. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going. Skylar Mandela, you are done. You are the only one done. Everybody else keep pushing. Talon Didi, you're done. T.O.B. done. Ward is done. Waiting on a couple more. Waiting on a couple more. Craig O'Brien done. Tenny's done. Larry Wright done. Danny Detloff is done. That's it. It's all done. Talon Didi going to hang on to the TQ. 18 and a 5:14. Resetting that by a couple tenths. Jamie Tenney's going to bring home second in that heat. 18 and a 5:16.1. Craig O'Brien 0.2. Jake Ward 0.4. T.O.B. 18 and a 5:17. Detloff 5:17. Are you kidding me? Mandela 17 lap run. Larry Wright 17 as well. Starting order shuffling around here. Talon Didi getting that TQ point. Oh man. So, unofficially, it is looking like your top 8 this evening. In the 8th spot, Larry Wright the 4th, Detloff in the 7, Jake Ward in the 6, Mandela in the 5, Craig O'Brien in the 4, Jamie Tenney's in the 3, Tyler O'Brien in the 2, and your top qualifier this evening, Sweet Heat Round 5, Talon Didi. All right, I'm going to get the main set up here. That was intense. If anybody is not going to run their mains, please let me know within the next 30 seconds. I'll give you guys a little time here. I know there's some setup changes cooking in some brains out there. All right, guys, sorry about that. I'm getting the main set up right now. We are going to have a little 3-car Young Gun shootout. That's going to be race number 1. So Elliot, Renan, and Adrian, you guys will be in race number 1. I will need many volunteer marshals after that one. So after race number 1, I'm going to need people to step up. And honestly, during the duration of the mains, I'm going to need a little help. So anybody who's in the building and able-bodied and wants to help a brethren out, I will need copious volunteer marshals for race 2. And probably throughout the evening. Mains will be coming off the printer here in just a moment. They should be on trackside.liverc.com. The timer is going. If you need more time, just ask. Race number 1 in about 1 minute. That's going to be Elliot Castillo, Renan Shackleton, and Adrian Reese. You guys are in race number 1. I will need copious volunteer marshals after race number 1. Please and thank you, all you guys who are ready to go. I would appreciate your help. Nice. You better turn this franchise around. All right, race number 1. The 3 youths start making their way to the track. And then I need some of my marshals from race number 5. If some of you guys want to hang back, maybe 1 or 2 of you, and help me in race number 2 instead. Or if you want to marshal both, that's awesome. I appreciate both. We can go ahead and get that track blown off as well, please and thank you to my marshals. I'll take a couple of you out here. Need at least 5 or 6. If you guys want to stick around and help me out for one more, that'd be awesome. No. All right, you young fellows, why don't you go ahead and roll them around, check them in. Jake Ward, you got both those corners. It's only 3 cars. Should be relatively easy. Danny, you can help me on race 2 if you'd like, or you can hang out, talk to Craig, and then help me in race 2 anyways. Let's get all these guys checked in. Race number 1, checking them in here. This is the 21.5 Spec Buggy E-Main. Top 2 drivers going to be bumping up into the D-Main. All right, everybody is checked in. The straightaway is closed. Let's set that grid. Elliot Castillo going to be on the number 1 position. Renan Shackleton on the 2. Adrian Reese on the 3. Thank you, Talon. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Put him in the box there, Talon. He's number 1. No, not side by side. Only for the A main we do side by side. I got you. Yep. Renan Shackleton in the 2. Excellent. And Adrian Reese in the 3 spot. All right, drivers. It's a little 3-car shootout here. Top 2 drivers moving up to the next race. That is the D main. So drivers, listen for the tone. We're going to go racing on the sound of the tone. Nice and easy. Oh, Elliott turning a little early. Shaq trying to avoid him. Adrian trying to go to the inside. Keep her going. Get it near Shaq. Elliott with a strong opening lap here. Shaq a little tip over on the kids' table there. Elliott coming across the line, taking lap number 1. Top 2 drivers moving up into race number 2. That is the D main 21.5 Spec Buggy Sweet Heat round number 5. It's the finale. Elliott across the line, 19.7 last time by for Castillo. Good laps working off the young Elliott. Shaq in that 2 spot. Shaq sends it over that tabletop, working on the straightaway now. Shaq in the all-orange, cross the line, 26.0 for him, his hot lap. Adrian Reese currently in that 3 spot. Adrian got a 44.9 under his belt. You got it, Ward. Castillo working the traffic. 120 in, 340 to go. Oh, man, Shaq turns in just a bit early. End of straightaway. Homuth was on it. He was ready. Oh, Elliott must have missed a lap here. Boop. Dalton Castillo. You got to double check that Elliott transponder for me. See, there it was again. 1. It's all right, Gavin. It's all right. I can hand score him. But you'll just have to check it, you know, give it a little look and make sure it's plugged in all the way before the next race. 2 down, 3 to go. 1 and 2, working in the chicane. Shaq throwing some elbows out there. Trying to take the inside from Elliott. Elliott hangs on. Halfway down, halfway to go in this one. Elliott leading us out. Shackleton in that 2 spot. Oh, Shaq getting a little crossed up going to the chicane. Hang on, Shaq. Adrian Reese in that 3 spot watching the straightaway. It's clear now. Kind of. Go low in the straight. Now go high in the sweeper. 2:15 left to go in this one. Castillo out there leading us out, running virtually flawless here. Across the line, 21.8. Last time by 21.5, so Castillo getting in the zone here. Consistency is a factor. Oh, man, commentator's curse there. That's all right, Elliott. Elliott got a good lead working right now. Just got to keep it cool head. Play it nice and easy with 1:45 to go. Castillo across the line, 21.4. Not a bad lap. Working in front of the driver's stand. Shaq in that 2 spot. Shaq working down the line here. 25.2 that time by for Shaq. Elliott Castillo got the hot lap of the race, 19.7. Castillo across the line with a 20.7. 1:20 to go in this one. It's Castillo, Shackleton, and Reese. I will need copious volunteer marshals after this race, please and thank you. 4 down, 1 minute to go. I'll watch it after kids' table. And in the carousel. Oh, man. Ward getting one over on the Young Guns. 40 seconds to go in this one. Elliott Renan, and Adrian. Watching that carousel. Good eye there from Shaq. Oh, Shaq on the wrong side of the pipe. Marshall doing what he can with the traffic. 4:30 down, 30 to go. Castillo out front. Marshall's falling all over the place. 25 seconds to go in this one. Race number 2. You guys are up next. Where's my... All right, Renan Shackleton, you are done. Here comes Elliott. Elliott is done. Just waiting on one more. Just waiting on Adrian Reese. Marshals, get ready to be on those blowers. Here comes Adrian. And that's it. All in all done. Elliott Castillo and Renan Shackleton, you guys are moving up to the D main. These two young drivers bumping up. Race number 2. You guys have 2 minutes to get your cars ready. And then I need all the volunteer marshals. Please, and thank you. Your timer is going. You have less than 2 minutes to get your cars ready. Stand by. I'm waiting at the speed of live time computing. All right, try it now. I would just try and plug it in a different port. I mean, you're good there, so we'll keep an eye on it. You keep an eye on him. If he misses a lap, if he has an excessively long lap, you let me know. Shaq, you have 1 minute to make your way back onto the driver's stand. Well, you might as well wait in that line there, Shaq. All right, you guys go ahead and line up on the stand. Race number 2, making their way up. Elliott and Shaq, you guys were the bump-up drivers, so if any of these guys need you to scooch over or which away, you just give them a little bit of room. Thank you to my volunteers and my mandatories. All right, guys, go ahead and roll them around, check them in. We need a New York minute over there, Micah, or are you good? You're good? There we go. I could use one more volunteer marshal. One more. Anybody who is got 5 minutes for the cause. You going to help me out, Chesney? I'll take you at the end of the triple. That would be awesome. Just waiting on a check-in from Micah Kranz. Go ahead and go across the line for me there, Micah. And then we'll set the grid. On the number 1 position, going to be Dan Nickel, Chris Kern on the 2, Bill Collins on the 3, Chris Farina on the 4, Micah Kranz 5, Ian Lenhart 6, David Shackleton on the 7, Dan Homemuth on the 8, and your bump-up drivers, Elliott, Castillo, and Shaq. Love that last name. Very jealous. I wish my last name was Shackleton. It's fun to say. All right, guys. This is the D main. Top 2 drivers moving up. You cannot win it in the first corner, but you can lose it. Shout out Adam Grotz or Adam Ska if you're watching. All right, guys. Nice and easy on the sound of the tone. Patience, patience. No need to force anything in the first lap. Self-induced in the back there. Patience, guys. Give and take. It's all right. Work it out. Little bumping, little grinding. Go, 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 Marshall. Hustle. Put him on this side, please. Put him on this side, Chesney. Thank you. Watch you coming on the straight. One more. Once you're done with that, one more. There we go. Watching that carousel corner. Clear now. We're off and rolling here. Race number 2, it's the D main. Chris Kern, your leader across the line. Looking like Chris Farina in that 2 spot. Micah Cron's up to the 3. Ian Lenhart, Homemuth, Collins, Nickel, David Shackleton, Elliott, and Rennan. Watch it after that kid's table. That's Farina getting it wrong. Micah Cron's going to go by for the transfer position. So leader working into the carousel corner now. 2 and 3 drag racing down the line here. Farina and Kronz. Farina going to hang on to the number 2 spot. Farina turns in just a bit early. Going to give that spot up to Kronz. Lives to race another day. These guys trading paint. Here comes Ian Lenhart. And Homemuth and Dan Nickel. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-way battle for the transfer. Put him on the other side. Excellent. 2 and 3 across the line. Kronz now leading out Farina. Kronz in that orange and black. Farina in the white, orange, and black with the yellow wing. Dan Nickel right behind him in the green and white. Watching on the straightaway. Clear now. Farina gets by Nickel. Leaders coming up on Shack. 3 cars. Shack, 3 cars. Excellent. Nice and easy, guys. 3:10 to go. Chris Kern out front. Kern working his way through the sweeper. He's in that turquoise, rather. A little bit of flow red in there. Yellow wheels. In that double single section right now. Leader coming up on Elliott Castillo. 2:50 to go in this one. Dan Nickel makes his way up into the transfer position. So second place driver working into the chicane right now. Farina in the 3. Kronz in the 4. Looking like Shackleton in the 5. Homemuth, Collins, Lenhart, Castillo, and Rennan Shackleton. Halfway down, halfway to go. One and 2 looking to bump up. Kern, your leader, working in front of the driver's stand. Gets caught up with a little bit of traffic here. Not a big issue. He's got about a 7-second lead on the second place car of Dan Nickel. $1:55 to go. Dan Nickel across the line, 18-8. Here comes Farina and Kronz. Rougher laps for those guys. Nickel going to gain some ground. $1:35 to go. It's Kern, Nickel, Kronz, Farina, Shackleton, Collins, Lenhart, Castillo, Homemuth, and Rennan. Watch going to chicane. Clear now. 1:15 to go in this one. Chris Kern and Dan Nickel just got to keep all 4 corners on the car right now. These guys working some stout laps. Looking to transfer into race number 3. That would be the C main. $55 seconds to go in this one. It's Chris, Dan, Chris Farina, Kronz, Collins, Shackleton, Lenhart, Homemuth, Castillo, and Rennan. $4:30 down, 30 seconds to go in this one. Closest battle on the track. Probably, I believe it is Kronz and Collins. And it is. Those two working into the carousel. So that orange, yellow, black, and the all copper with the yellow wheels. Those two racing it out to the end here. Time about to expire. And then race number 3, guys. You guys just hold over there so we can get Mr. Chesney back in the line. So just, Andrew Schultz, you just wait. Once you guys cross the line, you will be done. Waiting on 2 more. And that's it, all in, all done. Chris Kern and Dan Nickel going to bump up. Farina in that 3 spot. Kranz, Collins, Lenhart, Shackleton, Homuth, Castillo, and Mini Shack. Guys from that last race, please spread out to Marshall. Chris Kern and Dan Nickel, you have 1 minute and 53 seconds. Chris Kern and Dan Nickel, you have 1 minute and 20 seconds to make your way to the driver's stand for race number 3. This is the C main. Seconds. 55 seconds. Here comes Dan Nickel. Here comes Chris Kern. You have 35 seconds. These guys making their way to the stand now. All right, drivers, you can roll them around, check them in. Acclimate the transponders. Elliot Castillo, you got a fan online. There's a Go Elliot in the live video chat. Castillo with a couple fans online. I never see a Go Gregory when I'm racing. What the heck? Yeah, it must be it. All right, everybody is checked in. Let's set that grid. Brian Letarte going to be on the 1. Simpkins on the 2. Broughton on the 3. Chesney on the 4. Andrew Schultz on the 5. Bill the Banker on the 6, Lucas Lenhart on the 7. Shout out to Benjamin Castemeyer. I hope you're watching. Dusty Flunker on the 8, Chris Kern and Dan Nickel, 9 and 10. We miss you, Benjamin. Tennis can't be that fun. All right, drivers, our grid is set. We're going to take it so easy. We're going to have some fun. We're going to do this on the sound of the tone. Nice and easy on that first lap. Easy, easy, easy. No need to pass on the first lap. Just check up, get your flow. Oh, man. It's all right, long race. We are live. Race number 3 on the track right now. This is the C main. Top 2 cars moving up. Letarte and Simpkins leading us out. Letarte in that all yellow, Simpkins in the all red. Justin Broughton in a combination of the two, the yellow and red. Then we got Chesney, Miller, Lenhart, Schultz, Flunker, Nickel, and Kern. Watch it after kids table. Simpkins gets it wrong. He's going to lose 2, 3, 4 spots. Simpkins dropping out of that transfer position. Got a little work to do now and 4 minutes left to do it. Brian Letarte leads us out up the hill. Yellow with the orange trim. Justin Broughton in that 2 spot in the good-looking yellow and red. Shout out SAE if you are watching in Australia. Chesney in that 3 spot. Miller, Lenhart, Simpkins. Lenhart getting spun around just a bit, going to lose a spot. Then it's Schultz, Flunker, Nickel, and Kern. Oh, I didn't see what happened there. Chesney, your third-place driver, getting stuck in the penalty zone. Chesney going to lose a couple spots now. So 1 and 2 giving a little gift here. Got their own little separation broom with 3:15 to go. 18-2 last time by for Letarte. Simpkins on his lid again. That kid's table is catastrophic for Simpkins in this race. 2 down, 3 to go. 2 down, 3 to go. Leaders working the triple section now into the kids' table. Third spot, Bill the Banker working into that triple. Then it's Lenhart, Schultz, Simpkins, Flunker, Chesney, Nickel, and Kern with 2:50 to go. Brian Letarte going to be coming up on a bit of traffic a little bit here. He will be on Chris Kern if and when. Justin Broughton closing the gap here on Letarte. Top 2 drivers looking to bump up, but any position matters here in the Sweet Heat Series. Every point is critical. Broughton wants that. Number 9 grid position in the B main. Watching in front of the stand clear now. 2:15 to go. Letarte, Broughton, Miller, Lenhart, Schultz, Simpkins, Flunker, Chesney, Nickel, and Kern. Someone on his lid. Oh, man, that was Broughton. Bill Miller closing that gap. 3 down, 2 to go. Transfer battle shaping up here. Broughton working in the off-camber. Onto the straightaway. Miller in the off-camber. Onto the straightaway. 1:47 to go across the line for William. Broughton a little too much trackside curbing there. Watching the chicane exit. Oh, man. Ian Lenhart's car sounds down and out. Oh, our second place car getting caught up in the mix here. Watch out straight away. Go low, 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 low. Oh, good feet there from Hobbies. Keep it low. Keep it low. Hobbies doing a jig out there. 1:20 to go. Oh, my goodness. I cannot believe nobody caught an ankle there. And Hobbies, he's got delicate ankles. 1:10 to go. Transfer battle working down the straightaway now. The red and yellow versus that orange flow yellow. Working in front of the driver's stand. 4 down, 1 minute to go. No battle in front of you, Andrew Schultz. Simpkins, that is for position in front of you. So 2, 3, and 4 working across the line right now. Broughton with a little bit of gap. 45 seconds to go. William goes a little wide on the carousel. Simpkins closing in. Battle for the number 3 spot. Simpkins having a look. Watch it going out of the chicane. Watch it going out of the chicane. Simpkins taps out. William around the traffic. Third place car in front of Ian and Chris. Oh, William on the wrong side of the pipe. Tries to throttle it back in. 30 seconds to go across the line. Broughton breathing a little sigh of relief here. You gotta stay in the chair only. You can't walk around. You're leaving? Ten seconds to go in this one. Letarte out front. Broughton should have this one in the sack. Once you cross the line, you will be done. Waiting on one more, and that's it. All in, all done. Brian Letarte, Justin Broughton, moving on up to race number 4. We call that the B main. Bill Miller going to come home third. Flunker, Chesney, Simpkins, Nickel, Lenhart, Kern and Schultz. Brian Letarte is up there, ready to go. Justin Broughton, you have 1 minute and 50 seconds. So hold those cars, please. Hold the cars, please. B-main drivers making their way to the track. Justin Broughton, you have 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. Justin Broughton making his way back to the driver's stand here. Quick little PSI change, and he is away. In and out. All right. 21.5 spec. B main. Roll him around. Check him in. I want a good, clean fight in this one. Nothing crazy on those first laps. First lap. Lots of give, lots of take. It's a whole 5 minutes. No need to do anything exciting in lap number 1. All right, everybody is checked in. The straightaway is now closed. On that number 1 position, going to be Gavin Miller. Thank you, William. Todd Pfeiffer on the 2. Dalton Castillo on the 3. Corey Heft on the 4. Mashinsky on the 5. Anstead on the 6. Michelle Letarte on the 7. Jose Garay on the 8. Brian Letarte on the 9. And Justin Broughton going to be on the 10. All right, our grid is set here. Marshalls. We should be good, and y'all are going to slide over. We should be all right. Simpkins, you keep your head on a swivel over there. All right, this is the B main. Top 2 drivers of this one are moving on to the big show. It's the big show. All right, on the sound of the tone. Nice and easy, nice and easy. No need to make anything happen on lap 1. Good, good, good. Lots of patience. It's a long race. I promise you it'll be more fun if we freight train. And that is what we are doing. Ooh, ooh, the freight train is a-rolling. Someone goes for a quick tumble in front of the stand. I believe that was Heft. Lands rubber to the dirt. Gavin going to lead us out. Todd Pfeiffer into 2. Castillo looking like Heft. Anstead, Mashinsky, Letarte, Broughton, and Garay. Leader in that all white. Watch after kids table, kids table, kids table. Excellent sportsmanship there from Travis Mashinsky. Back to the front. Miller up the hill. Catches a little curb in there, but hangs on. In that all-white working through the chicane. Pfeiffer in that 2 spot. These two starting to generate a gap. Just a little one over Corey Heft in the 3. Heft got to contend with Castillo. Both the Letarts. Broughton. Garay on his lid. Anstead. Mashinsky. 3:40 to go. Leader working into the chicane. Second place to follow. Little gap to third. 1, 2, and 3. Pretty equidistant. Gavin across the line. 18.0. Pfeiffer with an 18.3. So Gavin just clicking a little bit of laps here. Gapping slightly over Pfeiffer. 3:20 to go. Working up that cushion is Miller. First place across the line, 17-4 for Gavin. 17-7 for Pfeiffer. Heft in that 3 spot, throwing down 18-3. Then it's Castillo, Letarte, Broughton, Anstead, Garay, and Mashinsky. 2 down, 3 to go. Gavin trying to seal the deal on this one early. All white working up the hill. Pfeiffer on his lid. Here comes Heft. Heft on the inside. So 2:40 to go. Watch on the straightaway. Oh my gosh. Peripheral vision on point. Gavin Miller can see into the future, I think. Halfway down, halfway to go. Wow. Battle for the transfer. Working over to kids' table now. That yellow, teal and white. First the off-white and red. Heft and Pfeiffer working onto the straightaway now. Pfeiffer a little kiss off the trackside tubing. 2:15 to go. Miller out front. Heft, Pfeiffer. That's the battle. Working into kids' table. They're coming up on Mashinsky and Quick. Castillo in the 4. Michelle, Brian, Justin, Jeremy, Travis, and Jose. 1:55 to go. Transfer battle shaping up around the carousel corner here. Pfeiffer having a look. Pfeiffer trying to go to the inside. Heft slamming that door. Pfeiffer keeps on knocking. Coming on the straightaway here. 1:40 to go. Heft keeping that inside line tight to the curbing. Pfeiffer a little too tight. Ends up on his lid. Marshall nowhere to go. Dalton Castillo going to get by for the 3rd spot. Going to double stuff it. We call that the Weisenberg around here. 1:25 to go. It's a generous Marshall there for Castillo. Gavin on a Sunday drive right now in that all white, working onto the straightaway. He has got a 5.6 second lead on Heft. Heft currently in that 2 spot. Heft looking to move up to the big show here. 1:05 to go. So from top to bottom, it's Miller, Heft, Pfeiffer, Michelle, Brian. Now it's Michelle, Justin, Jeremy, Dalton, Brian, Jose, and Travis. So this is a battle right here. Michelle in that all blue, Pfeiffer in the white and red. A little bit behind them is a battle between Broughton, Anstead, Castillo, and Brian Letarte. So that's a battle working across the line. Anstead being patient. Broughton a little bit too much curbing there. A couple of these guys getting caught up. Castillo going to get by. Our leader gets through it. 25 seconds to go. Gavin and Corey Heft seem to have this one locked down right now. 13 seconds to go, barring any major mechanical failures. These 2 guys should be locked in. Final lap working here for the top 2. Lots of patience. Thank you. Once you cross the line, you will be done. Waiting on a couple more. Waiting on Pfeiffer. Waiting on Letarte. And that's it. All in, all done. Gavin Miller, Corey Heft, you guys are moving up to the A main. Pfeiffer going to come home 3. Michelle, Dalton, Jeremy, Justin, Brian Letarte, Travis Mashinsky, and Jose Garay. Oh, Andrew, you didn't blow the track off. I'm sorry I messed up your pit, Andrew. You don't have to get back at me. Adrian, go back off the track. All right. Those 2 guys bumping up. They have 2 minutes. Hold the cars, please. Hold the cars. The 2-minute timer is live. Gavin and Corey Heft.
I didn't know it was that long. I stepped on it at least 5 times.
Next time I'll do a 2-minute race. All right, everybody from that last race out to Marshall. Feel like we got a Piper. I could use one volunteer. I'll take you in the sweeper. Home youth, I'll take you at the top of the key. Gavin's on his way. And is Heft up there? Where's Corey Heft? Corey Heft, you have 1 minute and 10 seconds. He's making his way. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is going to be 8 minutes of intense racing. I want a good, clean fight in this one. Everybody is ready to go. Let's... Oh, what do we need? What do we need? Corey Heft? All right, slow. Hold on. Sorry, guys. We have to check one more thing. My bad. Little bit more. Brian Yeager is giving the thumbs up. Securing the body. All right, roll him around, check him in. Roll him around, check him in. Clear the straightaway. Yep. This is it right here. The culmination of months of racing going to come down to 8 whole minutes. Sweet Heat final. Let's set the grid. Corey Heft on that number 10 spot. Gavin Miller on the 9. Your returning Sweet Heat champion, Larry Wright the 4th on the 8. Danny Detloff on the 7. Jake Ward on the 6. Mandela. Oh, yeah, you're right. I got so caught up in the action. So, Gavin and Corey Heft on the... Gavin on the inside, Corey Heft on the outside. Then we got Larry Wright, Danny D. Blue marks, yep. We're good so far. We'll start from the front. It's a little confusing this way. Didi on the inside on the first row. O'Brien on the outside. Tenney's on the inside, row 2. Craig O'Brien on the outside. Mandela on the inside, row 3. Ward on the outside. Then we got Danny D and Larry Wright. Good. Gavin Miller, Corey Heft. Good. All right, guys. This is it. This is 8 minutes long. This is the A main. This is Sweet Heat. We're going to take it so easy on the sound of the tone. Patience, patience, patience. I will bring it back for anything. Keep going, keep it going. And bring it back. Restart, false start. No need to get all crazy on lap 1, guys. It is an 8-minute long race. Just give everybody a little room. They blow a corner, give them a little room. You got 8 minutes. It'll be more fun if we freight train. Mandela on the inside, Ward on the outside. All right, we're going to try that again. We're going to take it easier. We're going to go on the sound of the tone, and we're going to have some fun. Easy, easy, easy. No need to get anything crazy on lap 1, guys. Good, good, good. Patience, patience, patience. Patience back there. Little self-induced. Keep it rolling. Go, 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 go. Good patience in the back. I appreciate it. And this is it. We are off and rolling the final race of the Sweet Heat Series. Talon Didi was your top qualifier. He's leading them out. He is the points leader right now. Mandela tied for points with him right now. Leader down the line, T.O.B. in that 2 spot. Not giving them any room. Then we got Tennies, Mandela, Craig O'Brien, Ward, Detloff, Wright, Miller, and Heft. Mandela trying to get by Tennies. Tennies keeping that door shut. Ward going to tap out. Larry Wright going to tap out. We're only 55 seconds in. 7:05 to go. Tyler O'Brien on his lid. Marshall doing what he can. Good Marshall in there from Anstead. O'Brien going to lose a couple spots. Jamie Tennies to the 2 spot now. Mandela to the 3. O'Brien in the 4. Oh, man. KOB and TOB get together. 6:50 to go in this one. Talon Didi stretching it out just a bit. Matching lap times for the top 2 drivers, Didi and Tennies. Mandela right in the mix there. Mandela getting to the inside of Tennies. Tennies lives to race another day. Little kiss off the pipe. Smart move there from JT. Watch going into the chicane. Clear now. T.O.B. going to tap out. 6:30 to go in this one. Didi leads him out up the hill. Mandela closing in. Tennies in the 3. Then it's Detloff. Miller up to the 5. Craig, Larry, Jake, Tyler, and Corey Heft. 6:15 to go across the line for Talon Didi. He throws down a 17.3. Skylar Mandela, 16.9. Hot lap of the race on lap 6. We got 6:05 to go, and Mandela's closing in. Tenny's going to tap out. Diesel going to take that spot. Detloff up to the 3. Tenny's down to the 4. Miller hanging on to the 5. Craig, Tyler, Ward, Wright, and Heft. Watching the chicane clear now. Didi out front. 17.3 last time by. Mandela 17.1 takes 2/10 off him. 5:45 to go. These are your series leaders working through the sweeper right now. The 2 young guns, Didi and Mandela. 17.4 for Didi. Another 17.0 for Skylar. Closing that gap. 5:30 to go. Coming up on a bit of traffic here. If and when Heft, you're going to have 2 cars on you. Those are the leaders when they get there. So from top to bottom, it's Didi, Mandela, Detloff, Tennies, Miller, O'Brien, Ward, Wright, and Heft. Someone taps out as Tennies. That was P4. He's going to lose that spot too. Miller and O'Brien. Leaders working down the line. Heft gives him room earlier. Good drive in there. Through the sweeper. 17-2, 17-1. Someone rolls it over. It's Didi. Oh, man, so that's going to shake it up here. Mandela to the front. Didi down to the 2. Detloff in the 3. Who is in that 4 spot? I believe it's Miller. 4:40 to go. So Mandela out front now, working over that kids' table. Marshals, watch your area, not the race, please. 4:35 to go in this one. Leader working down the straight. Second place on the straight now. Watch a kids' table. Man. Leader through the chicane. That's Skylar Mandela working on the straightaway. Second place on Corey Heft. Thank you. Lots of room. Third place soon to follow. Gavin Miller in the 4 spot. Little break to Tennies, Ward, O'Brien, Heft, and Wright. We are halfway down, halfway to go. Thank you, Corey Heft. Mandela across the line, 17-1. Here comes Didi. 17-7. Battle working onto the straightaway for the number 5 position. That is Tennies, Ward, and Craig O'Brien. 3:40 to go. Our leader is working the carousel corner right now. Green, purple, and white. If you see him coming, please give him lots of room. 3:30 to go. Skylar Mandela stretching it out now. 4.5 seconds over Didi. Mandela on his lid. 3:20 to go. It's down to 2.7 the gap now. Mandela in front of the driver's stand. Coming up on traffic, it'll be Tyler O'Brien next. Leader will be on TOB if and when. TOB rolls it over out of the way for our leader. Thank you. Second place right in front of you, Tyler. Third place right behind you, Tyler. 5 down, 3 to go. Mandela, Didi, Detloff, Miller, Tennies, Ward, Craig, Tyler, Heft, and Wright. Leader through the chicane. Second place through the chicane. And third. Little break to Miller in the 4 spot. Your bump up driver, Gavin Miller, all the way up to the 4. Break to Tennies, Ward, Craig, Tyler, Corey, and Larry. 2:35 to go. This one's all Skylar Mandela. Diesel on his lid. 2:25 to go. It is going to be so close. I don't know what the points are going to do here. I think Mandela needs Detloff to pass Talon. 2:15 to go. Leader across the line. It's another 17-1. Here comes Didi. 17-2. Leader working on the back of Craig O'Brien. 6 down, 2 to go. 6 down, 2 to go. Marshals, watch your area, please. Leader on you, KOB, if and when. Lots of room, thank you. Oh, Mandela turns in just a bit early. KOB gave him plenty of room. Didi closing that gap now. 1:35 to go. 18-1 for Mandela, 17-5 for Didi. We're 2.4 up front. Detloff, 3.5 seconds off that lead battle. Didi doing everything he can. Tight to the pipe, 1:20 to go. Mandela across the line, 17-5. Here comes Didi. 17-4, it's 2.2 the gap now. 1:10 to go. Oh, Mandela getting dangerously close to that curbing. 2 tires on every single one of them. Flirting with disaster here. 7 down, 1 to go. Mandela has 1 minute left. Leader on Hef, thank you. Second place in between the O'Briens. 50 seconds to go. Leader will be coming up on tennies if and when. Who's on his lid? I believe that's TOB. It is Mandela, Didi, Detloff, Miller, Ward, Tennies, Craig, Tyler, Heft, and Larry. 35 seconds to go. Second place on Heft, thank you. Mandela takes 3/10 back in his favor. Diesel on his lid. That's a battle right there through the chicane. Gavin Miller getting by Danny D. That's for the 3 spot. 20 seconds to go. Mandela in that B7 working onto the straightaway. Crossing the line. This should be the final lap here. Skylar Mandela has 5 seconds left. Got to make it to the line. Patience, patience, patience. Leader on tennies. Patience. That's a battle in front of you, Skylar. Patience is a factor. You got it. Once you guys cross the line, you will be done. And that's it. All in, all done. Skylar Mandela going to take the A-main win tonight. Talon Didi bringing home the 2. Gavin Miller coming home 3. Detloff 4. Ward 5. Tenny 6. O'Brien, Heft, and Wright. I don't even know who won. I have to tally up the points. If you think you're in the top 5, don't leave. We got prizes and pictures and all sorts of stuff. All right, I got to tally up the series here.
Can we do tag teams if that does happen?
No. All right.
I would not trust me. I'd win too.
Oh, that's the wrong series. Whoops. Sweet Heat. I did. Yep.
Don't TQs play a part in it?
It does. You guys all don't need to be up here.
Oh, I'm waiting.
It's now, hold on. It's a tie. Didi is out on top. What's our tiebreaker?
Hey, I think we should
Where?
do a hot lap challenge. Hey, let's let's do a boxing match, but tag.
Isn't it TQs as well?
Let's do a highlight
Let's do a boxing.
So what's the tiebreaker? Your wins?
Yeah.
1, 2, 0, 0, 0. Man.
Oh, dang, your eyes. It's all red.
All right. It's all right. There's always next year. According to Live Time Scoring, Talon Didi is your 2024 Sweet Heat champion. Skylar Mandela coming home second. Those two tied. It came down to a tiebreaker. It goes to Didi. Jamie Tenney's going to bring home that third spot. Craig O'Brien 4, and sorry TOB, but Larry Wright going to take the number 5 spot. Larry Wright. Oh, he sold it after today? Wow, that's how you know you had a... Oh, man. 6th place, Danny Detloff. I was going to go to the... I was at the store looking at Get Well Soon cards, and I was going to give that to the 6th place, but I'm like, eh. All right, guys. Top 5 guys, don't leave. You can go ahead and make your way to the driver's stand. Top 5 to the driver's stand for pictures. Bring your cars. Talon Didi, Skylar Mandela, Jamie Tenney's, Craig O'Brien, Larry Wright.